Okay. Hello again there, you two fans. This is the real creepy doll man here. I'm back. But can this be an episode or not, or would you like to call it? It could or could not be. It is September the 12th of 2018. Time is now 3:01 a.m. Okay. Now, would the real creepy doll man ever go back to his old job if it was resurrected? Hell no, because the real creepy doll man states this: it was way too much stress between the supervisors and the foreman, and I did get in with one foreman because me and him got into it real badly, and his name was Eddie Van Meter. Now, Eddie Van Meter was a tough SOB. You know, he's up in age. He was about in his mid or late 50s. He was a really bad sleigh driver for a supervisor. But he wasn't a supervisor. He was actually the foreman. And if you got into it with the foreman, he would write you up or even worse, fire you. Now, the answer is, where are they now? But before I get into that, let me tell you the owner's name. The owner's name was Doug E. Stiglitz. And his flight manager was actually Terry Gill. Now, what happened was Doug got the company from his father, but not so easily. From what the people had said there before Doug's father passed away, that in his own father was really kind of a total jerk. What I heard from many employees that's been there longer than I have, that before he died, the original owner, before Doug E. Stiglitz got it, his father put him on the assembly line and made Doug had to work. I guess something must have changed Doug Stiglitz for him not to like being what he was. Meaning, I guess he wanted everything handed to him on a silver platter. That's something that a lot of us can't get, but that's probably what happened to him after his father passed away. He wanted everything handed to him on a silver platter. After his father passed, he got that wish. And then before that, not too long, I worked underneath my real name at the company for many years. I met a lot of good people come and go. And I can tell you, it's kind of sad. I met a lot of them. I met Michael Spencer. I met James Vaughn. I met Martin. I met Eddie Van Meter. I met Lloyd, which was the other supervisor and the foreman in the other office. I met some of the females I survived that used to work there, that became foreman and then kiss it goodbye. But you know, I worked with a lot of good people, and I'm going to send a special message out for a couple of them right now. If they're watching this episode, I'll name the names, and if you're watching this episode, you better watch it. Michael Jenkins, if you're watching this episode right now, the real creepy doll man says, give me a call and say hi, brother, because hey, I like to say hi to you. The next one I like to say hi to is Richard Fairhurst, or you can call him Rick for short. Now, me and Rick are just like this. We like blood brothers. But once he finds out I cut my hair off, he may not like that, because I used to have long hair before I had it cut. And this is what the real creepy doll man state, that Richard Fairhurst actually was in a band before he worked at Stiglitz. He was in a jazz band, being the drummer for a local band. I didn't really make it, and from what he said, that his lead singer got into it with him, and he decided he was going to hightail it out. But he's the cool one to hang with when you want to go to concerts. I used to hang out with him, go to concerts all the time. Next one, I got Eric Daniels. I still have your number. You better give me a call if you see this video. That real creepy doll man said, give me a call. Another deal is, there's a few people still here in Louisville. Only two of them I know. I don't know where the rest of them are, but they're all scattered out here in Louisville, Kentucky. I know where Henry is. Henry lives on Brownsboro Road, and Laura lives on Mellwood Avenue. But I hadn't gotten contact with them because I don't have Laura's number, but I have her husband's number. But I don't have Henry's, but I'll get Henry's soon. But anybody I state, give me a call. I'm going to send a shout out to Michael Spencer. I'm going to send a shout out to Dennis Elliot. If you're watching this episode, send me a comment back if you see it. But let's just get back to the real big answer. I like to name them all, but I'm not going to name them all. But let's get back to the answer. I used to work the assembly line. There was a lot of stress on there. Hanging the parts, and you got to catch the conveyor belt when it's doing like this. And you're trying to get the parts on. It's going this fast, and they go about 30 or 40 miles per hour. And you got to have to chase the parts. If you didn't get fast enough before it got in the washer, you were screwed, because when it goes at the conveyor belt, it's like this. When it goes way up here, you can't reach it. Real Creepy Doll Man said he had all problems. Had to chase the line. Now the foreman, Eddie Van Meter, was a total jerk. He liked to turn the speed up, and we all had to run the line after the stuff. If you didn't keep up with the line, you fell behind, you don't make it. There's a lot of parts. The smaller parts were the main part we had problems with. Get them on the line fast. But anything single was actually good. We could do them fast and put the hooks on. But it seemed Eddie Van Meter didn't want us to do that. And I can tell you, I wouldn't want to work back in there for another reason, because too much stress, plus the factory got like 120 degrees Fahrenheit, or it was really hot in there. If you didn't drink enough water, you pass out, or you just die from heat exhaustion or worse, heat stroke. So that's why the Real Creepy Doll Man no longer works in the factory. I used to also do packing and sanding, and they had me sometimes work on the press, spot welding, you name it. I've done it. And when I did reworks, because I messed up I kind of hurt my foot, so what happened was they put me on reworks for a while, and I didn't like that, because you had to sand, you got to wear a mask. The Real Creepy Doll Man state, it was hell, and the Real Creepy Doll Man said he would never go back to it. Now, Stiglitz has been around for 200 years. And what it is that this company been around before it went under. Now, it went under and closed down in August the 5th of 2010. Now, I've been hearing rumors that the parts actually went to Georgia, but I think Doug E. Stiglitz, you sold us out, and I believe you sold us out to China. So I said, shame on you. And the Real Creepy Doll Man has no respect for you, because you sold out and you kicked all your employees out, but you gave your nice secretaries and your nice, inspectors, and your boss, flight, I would say, your inspectors, your supervisor, your foreman, and even your flight manager a lot of money. But you left us and the rest of the employees, with zip. So I would give you 2 thumbs down, because the Real Creepy Doll Man said you had no respect for your employees. So does anybody wrong in a company, if you're an employee against the employer, I say this to anybody: be careful. If you don't like working for them, you either get out and find another job, or take legal action for lawsuit. But whatever you have to make a decision, that should be on your own, and not for the Real Creepy Doll Man to decide for your fate. The Real Creepy Doll Man says this: there will be new episodes to come. Now, keep watching for a lot of new episodes. I'm going to leak out. This October will be the end, when I get ready to pull the plug forever on Cursed, Haunted, and Possessed Dolls, because I will try to wrap up that series fast before this October, before the end of October. So I'll do it 2 weeks early before the end of October, because the Real Creepy Doll Man is going to state and leak it out now that Cursed, Haunted, and Possessed Dolls will be no more. So it has now been leaked out for all fans to see, and I will go back and release another video on that, stating that here in just a few minutes to let everybody know that it's going to be completely gone. And I won't do it the other way like I have been, but I'll probably might, because that's how I'm going to do it. Now, before I close this, I have leaked out that I'm going to build 2 dolls live, stream them live, but I'm going to change the fact that I'm going to change a few little things. Before I give you 2 live episodes, I said I was going to give you a taste of 1 episode of a non-live episode. To do 237 first, but the Real Creepy Doll Man is going to do a lot more. He's going to actually do differently. He's going to build either fixed outfits or bloomers for the dolls that needs to be fixed. You will see me putting elastic bands in them and stitching them in. You'll see me do other things like fix dresses, and Ian maybe fix the whatever I can of the dolls if I can. And you may see me repaint some of them if they have no lips, like Jasmine the Possessed Clown, which I'm going to paint her some lips on pretty soon. But I will do little things different than what I have done in the episodes. We will still go back to name all the haunted possessed dolls soon. If the real Creepy Ghost Hunter Jr. does return or not, this episode will go on. And I can promise you it will be new episodes in here differently than what you're seeing now. So I won't leak out the rest of them, but I have leaked out the next episode. I'm going to leak out that I am going to kill cursed, haunted, and possessed dolls forever, and it will be no more. By October, it has now been leaked out, and it's not no rumor from the real Creepy Doll Man. It is a true statement, 100%. I am going to kill it, and I'll take my glasses off and look you in the eye and tell you, yes, I will kill cursed, haunted, and possessed dolls by October of this month. So, say adios to cursed, haunted, possessed dolls, because a new series is coming very soon. And this is the real Creepy Doll Man saying to all the fans, before I say goodbye, God bless you, I say now goodbye and God bless you all.